All right, you guys, happy Monday. I'm excited to just meet. I feel like it's been a minute. I don't know why. It just feels like it's been a minute since we've been together. And I've just shared this before we started recording, but I just feel like I have like the biggest hangover right now. Like I'm just like November is like was a whole vibe and in such a good way. I just feel like I've just literally hit a wall. I think just with the sale and everything, but we're gonna give it one last hurrah tonight to try to close some people together. We had such an incredible month in November, as you guys know. So many of you had your best months ever, which is just something so um, just you should just be so proud of everything that you're doing and we're doing together. And I'm excited for this month. I think the biggest thing that we could do, just kind of going a little bit off kilter, and we've been kind of talking about this, is, I didn't even plan to talk about this, but I think this needs discussed a little bit and thought, kind of some thought around it. But like, we're enrolling a lot of people because of this free incentive, which is great. We've already enrolled, I think, over 20 people, and it's the second. That's huge. That's amazing. Now, we can enroll people all day long for a free incentive, but if we're not going to get these people started right and actually get them active, there's like no point in enrolling people, even if it is for free. And I say that with so much love, but and that's great. Like, I think we're going to really see something so incredible come out of this. It's just that they kind of offered this free incentive, and then there was really no guidance on like, okay, how do we take this free incentive and then what do we do, right? Which we have the onboarding system. We have great systems in place. I don't doubt that a bit. It's just that if you're taking the time and you're sharing about this and you're one of those that's enrolling people, we got it. We got to get these guys started and our girls started and reach out to your upline and let's like do that together. We're kind of talking about like another way that we can maybe figure out something extra for all these people just to kind of like, I don't know what that's going to look like, whether it's a call or what, but just to kind of see, how we can get these people going. Serious they are to really build a business. So anyway, ask any questions. This is a new thing I've never done since we had never done this type of promo. So it's kind of it's just really interesting. It's really awesome, but it's just kind of like figuring out, okay, it's kind of like that one thing we had a while back. Remember we had that incentive and it was like, oh, free mushrooms. So we felt like the numbers were skewed because like we were enrolling a lot of people because they wanted the free mushrooms, but then how many of these people actually like want to work? And so anyway, which we actually have a call. I'm excited. We're going to do, me and Emily Ritzer and I are going to do a call kind of based on, I'll share that later. It's going to be the 16th. If you want to write that down, the 16th, we're doing a call on basically just like, kind of getting your business sharing, looking for business builders, I should say, like actually looking for business builders and kind of how to go about that and what that looks like, because I think that's always the magic question, is like, how do I get people to enroll that actually want to work the business? And so we're going to do an entire call on that. So with all that being said, I'm really excited to get together tonight and just work, close some things. First thing I'm going to just say to jump in really fast, Annie and I just don't have really a plan. We know what we want to do, but we don't really have like it all, we're just going to kind of roll with this and dive in and work. We're really just here to like have conversations and just be intentional with our time together. So the first thing is I shared, I didn't actually share it, so I'm going to do that now. I posted something specifically for tonight as like a last call because I wanted and wrote it up for you guys because I wanted to put one out there myself, but I wanted you guys to have something to be able to use for your like end of the month, to just put one last thing out there. If you haven't, like I posted something this morning about business. I don't usually do two posts a day, just being totally transparent, especially two posts about Green Compass, but I feel like today just deserved to be posted about twice. So I'm going to share this really quickly in the non-tox chat so you guys all have it. Some of you have already seen it and used it, I think, but feel free to tweak this, change it, and do whatever you want with it. But it's just a nice way. I tried to like do some education and drop some nuggets in there too, just kind of my style of how I post. So feel free to use it or tweak it or whatever. But I hope, anyway, so hopefully that gives you something to go off of. So go ahead and you're welcome to do that now. I'm going to drop the photos in that I used. You do not have to use these. I didn't have a great photo of like myself that I was feeling like using. So I just went ahead, and I rarely honestly do this, do like stock photos, but I felt like they might catch some people's attention just because like the jellies are pretty. And so I used one like that. And then I just like switch it up, just try new things, and don't be scared to try new things because you just never know. So I put those cluster of those photos. That's what I used. Feel free to use it and put it up or use a picture that you want. Um, so there's that. So either post that now or post that in a little bit when we get done. Whatever you want to do. Let's kind of move on. I think we should just move on and get to the nitty gritty of this and what we're kind of here to do. So, and then I'll let Annie add anything if she wants to. But I just feel like the end of the day, we all know the glue and the backbone of this business. And it's like having the conversations, it's asking a question, it's following up, it's being like, hey, I just wanted to circle back. Like, did you want to take advantage of the sale? We've done a lot of sharing, we've done a lot of posting, we've done a lot of just jabs. And so we've got to turn it around and kind of have some conversations. Um, so let's just do that. And something that I'm going to do that I haven't done in a while is, and I know you guys probably do this a lot, and maybe some of you have already done it today, but I'm actually going to go to my Facebook posts. Sometimes I just go back and forth. I'll be on Instagram a lot, and then I don't really I'll post on Facebook, but I don't pay attention to like who's actively engaging. And so I'm going to actually go on Facebook and see who like actively has liked a few things. Like I did a live last week, and I really want to just reach out to a few people and see if I can get anybody that would want to try anything. So let me put up like, does anybody, can someone comment in the chat if you guys want me to put out some sort of a like invite slash follow up, or do you guys feel like you got this? Um, I'm happy to put something up and or like invite or follow up. Um, I feel like sometimes it's just different depending on like how you're, yes, put something up for the new invite. Yes, okay, got it. All right. I'll put it up. Okay, so I'm gonna mute. Well, you guys ask anything if you need to. So go ahead and do your thing. Do the post if you haven't done that. Annie, do you want to speak really quickly about your story slides, and then they can have that to do too, and then we can, while I'm typing this invite.
Yeah, I went ahead and added some story slides that I took from Green Compass today into our messenger thread. Tabitha, I'll write a follow-up script if you want to do the invite script, so then they have one of each. And I
Okay.
have a few more stories. I'll go through my phone and see. I feel like I had a couple other good ones about the sale today that I'll post that maybe are a little more attractive too.
Annie, do you have a script handy? You're saying you have a script handy for invites too, or no?
Yeah, I think I do. Let me look through my
I mean, I'm happy to type
messages.
something. I just don't have anything handy, but I can find something or just type something up organically too. And
I've got a follow up right here, and I think I've got an invite too.
okay. And well, while we're waiting on this, maybe just quickly like gather like three names, three people that you're like, okay, I need to follow up, I need to reach out to, I need to whatever, and grab like kind of a list of 3 to 5 people. That way, once these get up, you can kind of quickly just get some out, and then we can cipher through some other ones maybe that we need that we can hit. Okay, I just saw your is it Nadia? I love your name. That's so pretty. So okay, so I know I wish we had a catalog. Um, we don't. We just don't have a catalog. I feel like it's something, and I know that the last company that I was with, we didn't have a catalog either. And I don't, it's almost like it's a thing of the past. And I hate to say that because I think that like they still have their place. Um, but we just don't have one. I'm trying to think of who's your upline? Is it Jacqueline or is it Michelle? It's Jacqueline. Okay. So I wonder too if we could just that's the thing with sometimes with the products. You know what I'll do? Um I'm gonna grab a CBD 101 call that Michael Cheshire did like months ago. And it was for prospects, but it was so good. I'll share it in the non-tox chat here in a second. She just like really itemized so many things, gave a lot of good information about like why we would use that product, how to use it, and different fun facts about it. So let me grab that, and I feel like that could help you. But yes, there's so many resources. It's just like pointing you to the one that you're kind of like most, you might most like might be most helpful for you. Yes, you're welcome. And then feel free to reach out anytime for anything else that you might need. And a lot of it for those of you that are new on here, don't feel I feel like I can't get my words tonight. Don't feel like intimidated or like you need to know all these things because I'm still learning. So you're gonna catch nuggets and you're gonna catch on to things and you're gonna become like more fluent in it. So here's that. I just shared it in that page. So make sure you save that in your notes somewhere. I loved this call. I thought it was so helpful. Even as an advocate, I had been an advocate at that point, like I would say at least I don't know, maybe 6 months. And I felt like it was really helpful. You're welcome. Okay, so Annie is dropping those invites, it looks like. So let's just start. Feel free to ask anything. Feel free to if you don't want to use like a scripted invite, feel free to just make it your own. Like if you're talking to someone that you might just be like, "Hey, I don't know if you saw my post." Or you might just be like, "Hey, so I just signed up and I got this, I just signed up with Green Compass. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's an organic hemp company and blah blah blah. Like either you've wanted to try it or you're trying it for this or what. Give a tiny tiny brief maybe reason or whatever to pique interest and then maybe just ask them like have you ever heard of Green Compass? Would you be interested in trying or learning more, learning more about like what it is that these products do? It's as simple as that, really. Okay. Feel free to ask anything and I'm going to mute myself and we'll just do this for like a good maybe 10 minutes and then we'll go from there. Hi there. If you're just jumping on, we're actually doing some messages and follow-ups. We shared some stuff in the non-talks chat. So there's a post in there for you to post that you can put up. There's story slides for you to put up. And then there's invitation verbiage for you to use if you need it. If you need follow-up or invite verbiage, feel free to just kind of tweak those or use those to reach out to people to kind of see if we can get anyone else interested for the sale. And feel free to ask anything or unmute yourself or ask anything in the chat if you have questions. Yay, Angela. That's awesome. How exciting. I know it's so fun to come in on a promotion like that and then be able to share the promotion with someone else and just like get them on the same deal, in on the same deal that you came in with. So that's awesome. Let us know if you need help. I feel like when I first joined, and then when a lot of the girls that I enrolled at the beginning or my like the first ones that came here with me, we did a lot of three-way messages where we just kind of all learned together and shared together. And I learned from the people that had been here. And so, anyways, we're always happy to jump in a three-way chat if it's helpful.
Okay, guys, sorry you can't see me, but you can at least hear me. So, we just gave you the scripts for the invites and the follow-ups, and you guys can keep doing that as long as you want to tonight. I did share a little bit with Angela in the comments. If you are new, one thing that's super helpful for you is to scroll through your social media and make a list of anybody and everybody. And those people, you basically just work off your list every day, creating conversations, building relationships, just about everyday stuff, leading to invites. And then you want to follow up with everybody. On average, a lot of your conversations will take multiple follow ups before they're ready to order. And if you look at your personal journey to getting here, it's likely that you either saw multiple posts by the person that you joined with, or they followed up with you multiple times before you decided to join. So, all of that's really important. But we do have a really great 4 week new advocate onboarding system that you can walk through. We've got calls on how to have conversations with people, how to build relationships. We've got tons of scripts. We have everything you need to be successful. So, talk to the advocate that invited you so they can tag you in that new advocate onboarding. The other thing I want to tell you about is moving forward this week. So, our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale ends tonight, but Green Compass is so generous that it's not ending. They're doing the 12 days of Christmas. So today is actually day two. I don't know exactly what it'll look like this year. I joined last year on the first day of the 12 days of Christmas. So I saw it happening, but I wasn't participating. So last year they did a highlighted product sale every single day. I enrolled last year with they had an incentive that was $100 off the $500 kit. So every day you're going to want to wake up, check your email, see what the daily sale is for Christmas. You're going to want to get your posts and your stories up about that quickly. Some other tips to help make that successful is that look at, if you've been here a while, look at your list. Is there somebody that you've sent a cart to that say tomorrow they say that pain cream is our sale of the day? Is there somebody that you have as a customer that's dealing with pain that maybe pain cream wasn't originally in their budget, but they might be able to snag it on the sale tomorrow? That might be somebody that you want to invite. There might be somebody on your social media that you've talked to quite a bit, but money was an object. And for whatever reason, they didn't order with the Black Friday sale, but they're ready to order digestive jellies tomorrow, if that's on sale. So I would just work through your list every day and look at those old conversations and say, okay, who's out there that could use this product that didn't get it originally that would add it on. What else? I think that was all I had wrote down about the 12 days of Christmas. But you said you had something else to add, Tabitha?
Yeah, just something that I like. I was talking to another leader and I just kind of had a little bit of an aha moment with the 12 days. So I was like at the beginning of this call, I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna like kind of like take a breath, you know? Well, that's fine. I'm gonna take one, but we want to be mindful just coming from a strategy standpoint and coming from a really where the first half of December is going to be incredible. And then we're going to hit like, it's just the fact of the matter. Like we're going to hit Christmas. We're going to hit like, we're going to slow down a little bit because the sales are going to end. So I encourage you, and I'm doing the same thing, but like Annie said, I encourage you to wake up tomorrow and it's like kind of like Christmas. Like we're going to find out tomorrow, like what this one thing is that we're going to be able to share. And it's fun. It's like an advent calendar that we're getting to open each day with some different things that we're going to be able to share. But my suggestion in what I'm trying to say is try to still really show up the best of your ability. These next like 12, well, it'll be like, I guess, I can't remember. I feel like they did something on the 13th, like it was 12 days of Christmas, but I feel like on the 13th they had like a little like, I might be wrong. I feel like they had whatever. So maybe on the 13th, then it's like, okay, things will kind of like slow down a little bit. But just to keep the momentum in your business and just to keep kind of that consistent action, I feel like that will be really helpful. And it's really fun to be able, like sometimes when we have like all the things to share, it makes it harder, like 30% off. Here's all the things. I have so much to share and there's so many products and what do I share and what's most important. Whereas like it's fun tomorrow, hopefully it's just going to be like, my guess it's going to be a single item. And then it's like you can just hone in on that one single item and people can try our products for a lower price point. And it's just all the way around kind of a cool thing. So I don't know. I just wanted to say that because um, we're going to get a lot of breathing time in December. But right now I'm kind of trying to like just keep up with like the sharing a little bit, if that makes sense. Um, okay. All right. So did we have anything else? We were going to kind of keep this at like a 45-minute um power hour, even though we call them power hours, just because like we know everybody's got stuff. We've had a really busy week. Well, it's only Monday, but it seems like it's been a really busy week. So does anybody have anything else that they want to share? I feel like as we close, I would recommend just continuing to follow up with a few more people if you can. Um, you know, do the post if you haven't. Check your story views. What are those looking like? Who's engaged? Who's liked? I reached out to a girl the other day who I've never invited since I joined this business, and I like kind of dawned on me one day. I was like, I wonder why I haven't ever asked her. She's never asked. She's never interacted. She's never liked anything from Green Compass. So I was like, you know what? Like I know her pretty good-ish. She moved to Michigan, but she lived in my area. And I was like, I'm just going to ask her. And so I did. And she was like, she's like, I have, but I've thought about it, but I've never dove into it before. And I'm like, all right, you want to dive into it? Because there's a sale. And she was like, all right. And so she like got the Mind Bloom and the pain cream is what she started with, is what we kind of narrowed it down to. So that was kind of fun. So sometimes I want to encourage you, just like, you just never know until you ask the question. Um, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So, what I would do if someone clicks like, you could just reach out to them and you could just say, hey, like, you can do it a couple different ways, like, hey, how are you? Or, hey, I just saw you liked my post. I just wanted to reach out. And it's like totally fine if you're not interested, but I wondered if if anybody has ever shared Green Compass with you before, or if you've ever heard of Green Compass, question mark. Like, it could be as simple as that, or for me, like my story is anxiety and using these products for that, which we're not supposed to say anxiety and using the products as anxiety is whatever, like a medical term, but that's my story. And my story was anxiety. So I say that these products have helped, but I really should say anxiousness. Anyway, so that's part of my story. So I might say something like, I just wanted to reach out. Like, I didn't know if you had ever tried, if you've ever heard of Green Compass. Like, I've been using these products. They've really helped me so much with my anxiety and X, Y, and Z. I know so many people like feel like they could use support in that way too. Would you, but it also helps with sleep and pain and some other things. Like, would you have any interest in learning more about the products? And then if they say yes, then you could kind of go into, yes, you do. I don't recommend, like, I never do curiosity marketing. I shouldn't say never, but rarely do I do, like, I'm just like, here's what I'm doing. I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. There's no reason to, in my opinion. It's like, I always feel like if you're loud and proud about the company, and I say this because I've had other people say differently, but like, if you're loud and proud about the company that you're with, then there should never have to be that. But I know some companies do. So that's a really good question, but I just say it and I think it's awesome, that we can just be like honest and telling them what, where we're at and where we're coming from. Those are good questions. Um, does anybody have anything else? I'm excited to see what tomorrow's like little thing is.
Me
Little
too.
little sale thing, I guess. I don't know. I know they had like I don't know, they had so many different things last year. I forget even. Or like they might have like I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there because last year they had that like limited edition candy cane broad spectrum. So like maybe that'll be, I don't know. I'm not trying to spoil it.
What?
I don't know. Yeah, I actually have just a little bit left. I've been using it. It's the one I've been using for my broad spectrum tincture, but it was a candy cane one. So that was cool. That was in the advent calendar, if I remember
Oh,
right. Pretty sure.
fun. I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah, so maybe it's something completely different because they don't seem to repeat things. Like they did the mocha. I guess we got the mocha last year, I think, in that advent calendar too. And they did bring that back in this, product bundle that we could buy for the holidays. But I feel like for the most part, they don't bring, like, they've really just been fresh about most things. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be fun.
Mhm.
So, okay, you guys, thank you all for getting on. Thank you all of you new advocates who just joined. We appreciate you so, so much getting on. And please reach out if you have any questions. And let's end this sale strong and start tomorrow with a bang. All right, good night, you guys.
Good night, guys.
Bye.